Yo, before we get started, thank y'all for 800 subscribers. Thank you so much. We on the road to 1,000, so like and subscribe. Check out all my videos, 2K rants, 2K gameplay, rants about other shit. Pretty much it's sports, but like and subscribe, bro. We on the road to 1,000. Help me out, y'all. All right, cue the intro.
Most of my friends in gangs, my new nickname is Genghis Khan. But without the yay, but his last name's my side. I ride with that the meanest. I'm armed to the teeth. You're Venus and you've never been to the Venus.
Okay. So let me say this before we get started. I love Agent, y'all know that. Second off, I know that you can't be the same person you are. Let's say me. I can't go up to the devs and start cursing and doing all this shit like that because they're not going to listen to me. And I would have ruined a good chance. But one thing I will say is that every question that I ask while I'm behind this camera, if I ever get a chance to do an interview, I'm going to ask those same questions. I'm not going to go light. I'm not going to go, you know what I'm saying, easy. I'm going to be professional, but I'm not going to go light or easy because I might as well not even did it. And I seen a comment under his video. I haven't watched the video. I was just looking at the comments under this video, actually, that said he wasn't prepared. You were prepared. First of all, that's an excuse. You don't have to be prepared to tell the problems about 2K. You don't have to be. I can have an hour's sleep in 24 and tell you every issue that's wrong with this game. I can tell you everything that's wrong with it. But let's go ahead and start the video.
To 2K TV. Agent, what has been up lately?
I've just been focusing on content.
Shout out Agent, though, one of my favorite YouTubers.
That's really been it.
But I gotta keep it honest.
Moment from when I wake up to when I go to sleep, I'm just working on some kind of different video. Mike, you've been ghost, man. We've just been like, man, where Mike at? We just want to hear something from Mike.
I can either tweet or I can make a game, my man.
Word, and we'd rather have you making the game.
Whoa, you talking about I can tweet or make a game, but you still want people to pre-order? You still want people to pre-order, though. You want me to pre-order before I know anything about the game, but you can't tweet something about the game to make me want to pre-order? Like I fucking owe you my pre-order? So I don't want to hear that, oh, you want me to tweet or make a game because you asking us to pre-order before the game is released. Yeah, I want to see a tweet. The hell, you asking us to pre-order the game. You asking us to buy the game early. Fuck.
Ben.
Agent, as we come to a close on 2K20, what was your favorite part of that game?
Honestly, my favorite part is just playing with my friends at the end of the day, but I'm on the park most of the time anyway. So I'm just looking for new park experience.
What is the favorite part of your game? Playing with my friends. Mike, you don't hear that? He didn't actually even name a part of the game. The first thing that came out of his mouth was not park, not my GM, not my league, playing with his friends. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't understand what he's saying? That means nothing.
Actually, this is mad underrated, is Team Up. I found out I like Team Up because I never really played on that side of things. And I played a game with you, LD. And I was like, man, this is a
okay, let's get the circle jerk over with. Let's get to the questions.
genuine good time. And yeah, LD, you put me on. I'm not gonna lie, you was out there balling with Kobe.
Yeah, we got those W's, Agent. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're representing the 2K community right now. If there's anything you could ask Mike, what would it be?
It's all gonna be
servers.
Things you can't say, like when's it dropping? Like I need to know everything, man. Like, hey, Mike, just want you to know you are appreciated. I know the devs don't hear that all the time, but I know you be working day in.
This is not about that. We know that. What are you giving him? Agent, he's not running a soup kitchen. He's not doing free cancer screenings. He's not doing mammograms. He's a developer that probably makes a lot of fucking money selling us a game filled with microtransactions, filled with bad servers. What are you congratulating him for? He get a salary. Probably a salary that has went up and up and up year after year because we put so much microtransactions and money into this game. He's supposed to work hard. I know you work, so what are you thanking him for? What are you thanking him for? Is he rescuing puppies from the middle of the highway?
Day out.
Appreciate it, Agent. What kind of questions are you asking specifically?
Like, yo, when's the game release? Is it gonna release for PS4? When's the PS5 gonna release? Is there gonna be gameplay differences?
Well, I can't talk about release dates yet.
That's the first thing to come out your mouth. How about saying, hey, this is how you ask a question professionally. Say, hey, in 2K21 and past 2Ks, there have been a lot of issues with like the servers and, lagging and people being on the court and just overall general just issues and bugs with the actual online experience. Now, I know we're moving to a new gen console. Have you guys answered some of those questions, or are you still actively working to answer those? What about what I just said was disrespectful? What about what I just said was bad? What about what I just said was wrong? I wouldn't be surprised if they told him he couldn't talk about that. I would not be surprised. That's how you ask a tough question and ask it professionally. When is it coming? What? Oh my God.
A little bit later than usual. Let's say that.
Yeah.
For next gen, we're talking next gen. Gameplay differences, there's going to be a lot. There's some similarities between the two, but they share the same kind of DNA. But next gen just has a lot more of everything.
What's been your focus going into the year?
How can we make the game fun? I know that sounds kind of dumb.
What's been your focus going on? Ooh, okay. Second question. Okay. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing before I ask this question. I know that microtransactions don't come from Mike Wang. I know they don't necessarily come from Mike Wang. I know they don't. So let's just leave the microtransaction question out of it, because we are the only people that can change that by not spending microtransactions. How about ask him this? Say, hey, I'm a YouTuber, so I don't experience it. But hey, when you log on to the park, often it takes 20, 30 minutes to get into a game. Only to maybe win a game and get VIP'd off. Only to have people on your court. I'm pretty sure you guys would agree that 20, 30 minutes to get into one online game, it's something that could be improved. Are we working so that the player is able to get into as many games as possible while they're playing the game? That was another professional question. That was another one. These are softball questions. And listen, maybe you may have had a private conversation with him. But to get up here and do this, it's kind of pointless. And I'm not going crazy on Agent whatsoever. Like I said, it's one of my favorite YouTubers. So if you come here to hear that, that's just not going to happen. But you can ask better questions than that.
But a lot of times from the dev standpoint, we're like, how can we make the game more realistic? Or how can we make it look more like, what we see on TV? Mm-hmm. And sometimes those things aren't equal, right? Sometimes a really fun game is not necessarily the most realistic game. Right. So we went to, through a lot of just different meetings and design ideas of like, well, what's not fun in 2K? And we got called out by, some NBA players of what wasn't fun.
Like badge grinding.
Or... okay, you brought up badge grinding. I'm glad you brought it up in passing. Or how about also when you create your, this is another question. When you create your My Player, how are we going to differentiate this year between skill and the ability to spend money? How are we going to do that? Or something like that. You don't have to call him out his name. You don't have to insult him, but ask actual questions. This is just a disappointment, bruh. And we're probably not going to make it through this video.
That kind of stuff. Like throwing the ball away on cherry pick passes.
Right.
He just ignored the badge grinding question. He just ignored it.
Exactly what I like to hear. And this is the first time for you guys in a while where you had like a generation jump. Is there anything like you're real excited about?
There's some really cool stuff with movement.
We're not going to make it through this video. because this is nothing. This is about nothing. This is nothing about nothing. This is or you would think about the questions you asking him, you writing a damn memoir on his life. Like you producing a Mike Wang story. Ask real questions about the game. Ask the server should have been the first thing. The got next spot should have been one of the first things. Microtransactions should have been one of the first things. Microtransaction, and for all the people who are going to say what I just said, it doesn't necessarily come from him. People are able, plenty of games are able to put microtransactions in the game and make a lot of money, and it doesn't have anything to do with pay to win. So don't give me that, oh, you got to find a way, because Mike Wang is the one, and the other developers are the one that have to fit these microtransactions in. And if you think he's not seeing any of that money, you're crazy. Let's ask some real questions. What was the point of this? That's the only thing I'm saying. What was the point of this? There is no point.
Say that. The movement and the feel of the game from current gen to next gen is like this giant leap. And on top of that, you know, I'm not a graphics guy. I'm not an artist. But when I look at it as a fan of the game, I'm like, man, I'm blown away by what that team has accomplished too. So it just looks incredible. Like the lighting looks crazy, the details and the texture of the skin.
Who cares about any of that?
That's awesome, man. I'm not gonna lie, you get me excited.
So, Agent, you've been really vocal about gameplay in a lot of the videos and the content that you create. Play a lot of Pro-Am, you play a lot of Park. What's one thing you want to see improved on from a gameplay standpoint?
There needs to be like a variety of
Actually able to get into a game. Let's talk about that. Actually able to get into a game. One thing I like to see about gameplay is take away the advantages and disadvantages of a shot meter on or off, because it makes no sense. Layups. Why am I missing point blank layup just because somebody has Intimidator, even though it was a point blank layup that they didn't even contest? How about that? To start.
like effective animations. What I saw happen a couple times in 2K20 was when there was something like that behind the back, everybody was spamming it. When that was nerfed, it's like now there's really nothing to use. I prefer if there was more effective animations than no effective animations, if that makes sense. But Mike hit on the point a little bit earlier, is it's a video game. And I know the balance can be kind of difficult.
I'm done with this video. You just asked the question. Maybe your toughest question, maybe, and then you retracting it. That's called retracting your question. When I ask you a question, I say, hey, I want this and this and this to be fixed. Oh, but I know you're working hard on it. I know y'all doing it. That's called padding your question. That's called asking a question and giving you a way to get out the question. I think I'm done with this because I don't want to change my opinion about this dude. He is one of my favorite YouTubers once again. So I'm done with this.